Here's the deal. A single prediction, it's never just about one moment. It's the first domino. Change the forecast. You don't just change the feeling, you change the behaviour. You change the behaviour, you change the opportunities. You change the opportunities, you change the identity. An identity, that's the fucking destiny. Think of it like a tree. Every time you predict doom, you bend the branch 1 degree down. 1 degree doesn't feel like much, but 50 years later, that tree is growing into the dirt instead of reaching the sky. And every time you challenge the forecast, you bend the branch upward. One small angle today, but decades later, you're basking in sunlight, feeding generations with fruit. Imagine what happens when you don't. The weather app says storm, and you never test it. You never go outside. You never build a muscle. Never meet the people. Never take the risk. You don't just miss moments. You miss entire futures. You don't just lose chances. You lose the person that you could have become. Not challenging your predictions. It's like leaving the software unupdated. And we all know what happens. With old, unupdated systems, they lag, they glitch, they freeze until one day you crash. Let me tell you a story. There was once a kingdom whose astrologer predicted famine every year. Out of fear, the king locked the gates, forbade planting, forbade trade, and sure enough, famine always came, because nothing was planted, nothing was traded. Until one day, a young farmer ignored the forecast, planted anyway, and discovered the ground was fertile, rich, ready. That year, the kingdom feasted, not because the stars changed, but because the prediction did. And right now, your unconscious mind can realise every forecast you blindly believe becomes self-fulfilling. Every forecast you test can birth a feast. See it? You test your fear, you discover it was stale data, and suddenly a door opens. A relationship, a business, a dream. You refuse, you recycle, and you find yourself 10 years later in the same room, same heartbreak, same excuses. It's like two timelines splitting. On one you grow bitter, repeating the same dull reruns. On the other you grow radiant, because you kept letting your nervous system upgrade. Which one do you think your future self is begging you to choose? Now here's the fun part. Your brain loves being wrong in the right direction. That dopamine surge, that's life's way of saying, fuck yeah, upgrade complete. So every time you challenge a forecast, it's not pain, it's play. Like a roller coaster, scary drop, hands gripping tight, and then whoosh, thrill, laughter, freedom. And your unconscious can remember. When you learned to walk, you didn't stop after falling. When you learned to talk, you babbled nonsense until it worked. When you learned to love, you risked heartbreak and got connection. You've been forecasting, failing, upgrading your whole life. You already know how. So as you hear this now, part of you can imagine the countless ways this new belief system already fits. You can notice how every fear now becomes a signal to smile, a reminder, upgrade in progress. You can feel how every old forecast, I'm not enough, I'll fail, people will leave me. It's just a weather app running outdated code. And you know you can uninstall it, update it, rewrite it. And as you imagine the consequences of not doing this, the reruns, the wasted decades, the stale cardboard taste of life, you can feel how much more compelling it is to lean into the upgrade. And it is interesting how, the more you hear this, the more your unconscious mind, it can't help but already begin forecasting sunlight. So here's the no bullshit father energy truth. Ignore this, your life will shrink. Test this, your life will expand. Fear will always bark. But you'll know it's often just the echo of old storms. And the next time your nervous system predicts doom, you'll remember this. Confusion is not danger. It's the doorway. Fear is not faith. It's the test. Prediction is not prophecy. It's perspective. And you are the one who rewrites the perspective. So change the forecast.